You know, what's up with that chin? What's happening? What's going on? Hold on. Hi guys, welcome back. It's me, Drew, and today's video that I have for you, believe it or not, it has been 8 months since I have had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is really, really insane. I can't believe it's been 8 months. Like, I feel like just yesterday I was just starting the journey to get surgery, and now I'm 8 months past that. So it's a really, really, really weird feeling. So 8 months, a lot has happened. So first off, one really awesome thing is that over the last week and a half, I've officially passed 100 pounds post-surgery weight loss. So officially I've lost 100 pounds since having my surgery. And I've actually lost 103 pounds since having surgery. So overall, if you don't know me or anything about me, I've lost a total of 224 pounds. Yes, I lost 121 pounds before even having surgery. Basically, I started living like I'd already had surgery before I had surgery, if that makes sense. And so it's really awesome to be 100 pounds since surgery, because I remember before surgery, I lost a lot of weight. I'd already lost over 100 pounds, and that was an incredible feeling. So to be 100 pounds past that moment is really, truly insane. The weight loss is still slowed down. Absolutely. It's slower now. It's coming off slower, but it's still coming off, which is really amazing. If you are regular on this channel, you know that I was doing a tea cleanse. Now, I said I was going to take that. I was doing a 14-day cleanse. I was going to go 28 days. I actually decided to stop at about 3 weeks, just because I feel like I need to give a little bit of a break. Nothing bad was happening. You just know, when you're doing something, you know, I need to give this a break. So I know I need to give a little bit of a break. Like I said, it wasn't because anything bad was going on. It's just because I just felt like it wasn't really doing much for my body anymore, and I'd be better off to take it again once I feel like my body needs another quick detox. And if you need more information about that, I'll post the video link to that down below about my 2-week detox experience, and also you can save some money if you decide to even try it. So overall, I'm feeling good. It's really cool because I feel like I really am genuinely starting to look smaller. Not that I haven't, but to me, I'm starting to actually notice it. I still have body dysmorphia issues. It's really hard for me a lot of times to look at photos of myself or I see myself to really make that connection that's you. Do you know what I'm saying? I see photos of myself, I see myself in the mirror all the time, but I don't always make the connection oh, that's Drew, that's her. Do you know what I'm saying? I still a lot of times picture myself 224 pounds heavier. And also, that's really weird to say that I lost 224 pounds. Before I was oh man, I lost 150 pounds. You lost the size, of a person. And now I've really lost it freaks me out. It's really awesome, but it's also really freaky at the same time. I don't know. So the one thing I want to talk about today. So a lot of you know, one of the big parts of my journey before I even had weight loss surgery was discovering that I had severe sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, if you don't know what it is when you stop breathing in your sleep. Most people stop breathing 1 or 2 times an hour during their sleep. If you have sleep apnea, it means you stop breathing 20 times per hour in your sleep. And if you have severe sleep apnea, it means you stop breathing 30 times per hour in your sleep. Something that was discovered before I had surgery, one of the things that I decided to actually kind of get figured out before I even went down the surgery route officially, was that I had sleep apnea, and that I actually had severe sleep apnea to the point where I would stop breathing 134 times per hour. So I would stop breathing 2 times per minute, more than 2 times per minute. Every single night per hour, and my oxygen levels will go to 70%, which is organ failure. And basically, I'm actually really, truly lucky to be alive right now. So this last month, I actually got to see Dr. Matt, and Dr. Matt is my sleep doctor, and I still have to see him. And so my sleep has kind of been bad recently because, and it's partially on me. I have not been using my sleep machine really at all anymore. And it's not because I'm trying to think that I'm cured of sleep apnea. It's actually, this is the reason. I met with Dr. Matt, we talked about it. So here's the thing. So my sleep apnea was so bad. There's 2 different kinds of machines they usually give. They give one that's called a CPAP and a BiPAP. I was put on the BiPAP. The BiPAPs are people who are straight up should be dead in their sleep. But now that I've lost so much weight, I still have sleep issues. I still have sleep apnea, but the BiPAP machine is way too strong of pressure, basically it's about like the pressure that comes through like the air that like keeps your mouth open and like alive so your airways stay clear. It's too strong, so like I literally, most nights I put it on, I end up waking up halfway through the night and it's on the ground because I'm so bothered by it. So basically what they're doing is they're gonna end up switching me from a BiPAP to a CPAP machine where the pressure is different. It's for people who have sleep apnea but not as severe, and that way I will be able to start getting better sleep. So I've been kind of exhausted. Like I said, I know I'm not using my machine, but the problem is when I use the machine, I actually have been getting worse sleep with it because the pressure is too intense that I end up waking up multiple times during the night. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's giving me like issues because like the air and all that. So that's kind of what's going on with that. The cool thing is I met with Dr. Matt back in like November, and I met with him at the beginning of this month. So it's honestly, it was like right after I had gone 7 months. And in that time, he was like, wow, you've lost like 70 pounds since I've seen you. You know what I mean? Which was really, really cool. And I don't know, and like I said, I did a video about my sleep journey, but this was like way before I even really was serious about losing weight. I think maybe even before I even started my surgery journey. And I talked about how Dr. Matt was the one doctor who like, I'll never forget this. I remember the first time I met with him, I was still very, very high in weight. I was like around my highest. And I remember sitting down with him and talking to him and just telling him like, you know, I'm struggling and I feel like my sleep is really out of control. And I'm like, I feel like that's something that's really hindering me with when I try to focus on losing weight. Because here's the thing, if you're not sleeping, your body, first off, when you sleep, I've been told like your body can go into like fat burning mode, which is like kind of, you know, like burning calories. But also when you're not getting a good night's sleep and you're trying to actually diet and exercise, it's literally like pushing a millstone up a hill that just keeps rolling back and crushing you every time you get a little bit further because you're exhausted. And losing weight is already exhausting. Like reducing calories and exercising when you first start out, when you are someone who is as heavy as me, it's very, very exhausting. So then to add not actually sleeping, it's like impossible. And so I remember Dr. Matt looked at me and he just looked at me and he said, he's like, I don't think that you're this lazy, overweight person. He said, I don't think that you sit around all day and you've got your hand, you know, in like buckets of food and you're just eating. He said, I really think that you've got some serious sleep issues. He's like, and we're going to help you figure it out. He's like, and then you're gonna get surgery and you're gonna get it together. And I remember like the first time feeling like a doctor looked at me and saw me and didn't just look at me like, because here's the thing, when you're much heavier, and I was much heavier, people just assume about you. And yeah, there are people in every single stereotype of, you know, the overweight person or the skinny person or the gym person. There's everybody. But you know, he's like, I know that you're not this person that like society is painting you out to be. He's like, and I think if we get this figured out, that you're gonna be able to lose weight and be healthy and be happy. He was right. And so to get to see him again and to show him my success, it's really, really like, it's emotional in a good way. And it's really, really special to me. And it makes me feel so good that he believed in me and that he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he looked at me, he really saw me for the first time, and he was right. I did need to get my sleep fixed. And I mean, there's so much more, you know, layered in that. It wasn't just like a sleep thing that I decided to lose weight, but like, it really did help me have more energy to go after this. So that's kind of the big update for this month overall. There's nothing major that has changed or gone on other than, like I said, you know, the weight seemed to be coming off a little bit better. I did the tea cleanse, which was really nice, and it definitely helped me, or the detox, which really helped me during the time when I usually would be more bloated and kind of keep that weight more fluctuated down. I've lost 100 pounds since having surgery 8 months ago, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who lose weight faster since having surgery, but for me, the fact that I lost so much weight before, I have a lot less weight to lose now. My goal is to lose probably at least another like 41 pounds, at least for right now. And then the goal at some point, you know, when I can afford it or if insurance covers, would be to get like a tummy tuck, and then at that point, you know, maybe lose, if this, possibly maybe lose a little bit more weight. But to be at like a good, healthy, good weight, I would like to lose another 41 pounds. And I promise I won't be wasting away. I still got a little bit of a tummy thing going on. But I also have been really feeling good in my skin. And the other thing I will say is like, I remember like this time last year, I was taking a lot more photos of myself. I was feeling a lot more confident, but I still was a lot heavier, which is fine. And it's funny how to see those photos and how much I've changed. And how much like even in photos now, like I used to be, really kind of, I guess, controlling over when people take photos of me. I'd be like, okay, well, I need to see it first. And now people take photos of me and I'm not really as like, I'm like, okay, I don't know. And it's a good feeling to like just be okay in my skin, because I used to be like, oh, well, that photo makes me look really heavy, and some photos still do make me look heavy, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes I turn to the side and it's like, bam, whoa, girl, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know, what's up with that chin? What's happening? What's going on? Hold on. But for the most part, like, I don't care. I don't know. And like I said, it's not that I'm not still heavier. Like, I still have like at least 41 pounds that I would like to lose, but it's like I'm at the place now where I'm just kind of like, you know what, go ahead, take the photo, post the photo. You know, is what it is. Go for it. Go. Do it. Do what you gotta do. So, I also just wanted to say I love you guys, and thank you for being with me on this journey, for making it this far with me. I can't believe we've made it this far. And not like you know what I mean? Like, I just can't believe that we're here right now. And I will also say, for one of the first times this last month, I actually kind of really felt proud of myself. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but I never, up until now, was like thinking that what I did was like this really incredible thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've realized, like, this really incredible thing that I've done, that I've lost 225 pounds, and that I have actually given myself the gift of another life, if that makes sense. Like, my life was going in this direction, and I was very heavy and was not going in a good direction, you know, if I would not have lost weight. And I have been given like a second chance at life, and it is the most incredible and humbling feeling to have, because a lot of people don't get this opportunity. A lot of people don't make it this far. And I will say, I've talked to a lot of different people, and you know, I posted online somewhere about my journey, and I had someone comment. We were commenting back and forth, and it's someone who I knew had also lost a lot of weight. And they were like, I hope you feel good about what you've done. And I was like, you know, it's weird because I finally do. And they said to me, they said, you know, you need to start looking at the weight that you've lost. Instead of just looking at, like, I lost this much weight. They said, start looking at it in things. And they said, if you think about it, they said, think about it in bowling balls. They said the average bowling ball is 10 pounds. And they said, you have lost over 22 and a half bowling balls. And they said, try and put those bowling balls in a bag and carry those around. And they said, you were carrying all of that on your back when you started this. All of that weight you carried around with you. And now look at where you are. Sorry. And it's, I didn't really think about it like that. Like, when I started this journey, like, I was carrying around so much physical weight, like, that, like, I would never be able to carry around right now. Like, truly, I would not be able to carry around 22 and a half bowling balls, like, lug that around with me. And like, how hard, it's weird to be where I am now and just happier and more active. And like, I walk more. I try to get at least 10,000 steps a day. I'm constantly like looking for like ways to be more active. Before, I used to look at ways to cut corners on being active, and now I'm looking for ways I can become more active. And it's weird because I was carrying around so much weight, like, and so much other stuff, you know, and I just feel so blessed right now. I feel so incredibly blessed to be in this place, and like, I don't know, and it's weird, it sounds stupid, but I feel honored to be where I am. Like, and I don't even know how, like, who has made me feel honored, but I just feel honored that I get to be the person who did this incredible thing. Like, it's crazy. And I'm sorry, it's got really emotional. And you know, and I was talking to one other person about my journey, and we were at the gym, and I was telling them all the things that I'd been through and going through, and with all this, and you know, even how everything's changed. And they said, they looked at me and they were like, and I told them, you know, like how life is a lot more difficult right now. And not in a bad way, but just because, you know, working and getting divorced and losing weight and staying with this journey. Because that's the thing with all this. Like, the big thing is you can't just lose the weight. You have to actually keep going. And so the keep going part of it is really difficult a lot of days. Like, most days I'm up at 5 a.m. and going to bed around 11. Like, on average during the week, up at 5, bed around 11. And that's after going to the gym, working all day, being with the kids. And sometimes I don't, you know, work all day, but I'm doing other stuff, you know, fill in the gaps when I'm working, because I used to be a stay-at-home mom. And it's like, and it is exhausting, and it is so difficult to do it. But, you know, this woman looked at me, and she said, but you can't go back. And I said, I'm not going back. She said, there's nothing for you back there. And it really struck me the way she said that, and I looked at her and I said, you're right. There's absolutely nothing for me back there. The old me, the old life, the severely overweight, dying person, there's nothing back there for her. There's so much ahead of me. So I'm gonna try and cut this video off because I'm really, really emotional right now, and it just kind of hit me, and I'm just really grateful, and I'm in a really, really just grateful mood, and like, and just like overall, like, and even though things are difficult at times, like, I just feel so great and just so lucky and blessed to be where I am. And I really do love when you guys share journeys with me, and I root for you, and I get so excited when I think about you guys losing weight and moving forward with surgery, without surgery, however you're doing it. I get really excited because the thought that someone else would get this opportunity and chance, because like, it is indescribable, this feeling to have a second chance at life, and the thought that like someone I know or don't know or have met online, whatever, just that anyone else would have this opportunity is just like so exciting for me. And I absolutely love you guys, and I don't think, I say this a lot, but I really don't think you'll ever know like what you mean to me. And I know that I've been like not able to be on Snapchat as much and responding to comments as much, and it's not you guys, it's just I'm just overwhelmed. But just know that I do read your comments, and I do check them out, and I am always thinking of you guys, and I always am loving you guys, and you really do encourage me and keep me going. So after all of that, after this over 15-minute video, which I was thinking was going to be 5 minutes, quick in and out, quick in and out, I love you guys. And so I don't even remember how I end my videos right now. I'm having a hard time. If you want to be a part of the Just Like Drew crew and you're not already, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below and join our forever family. Because we are literally the best crew around, because anybody and everybody can be in our crew. If you want to see more photos of me, you can check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Just Like Drew, spelled the same way it is down below. And I did this out of order. But if you like this video and you want to see more from me, you know what to do. Just Like Drew. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing life. And thanks. Just thanks. I love you guys so stinking much, and I'll talk to you really, really soon. All right. Hope you have an awesome one. Goodbye. 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 2 weeks talking about my full experience. Now you're gonna see me looking down because I actually took notes because I wanted to be really detailed about if this stuff worked or not. So the short end of it,